The Prime Minister is in Mathura after his whirlwind tour of Rajasthan, and he is at a Mirabai event. In fact, he will be addressing the crowd there as well. This is the Prime Minister's ode to a saint from Rajasthan, Mirabai, of course, revered across Rajasthan, in fact, across the country. The Prime Minister has visited Krishna Janmabhoomi earlier as well, but this is special because he is opening the Mirabai birth anniversary celebrations in Mathura. Of course, Mirabai, a very devout Krishna devotee, and she's written various, her entire life was dedicated to Hindu devotee Krishna, and the Prime Minister's crucial outreach there also comes amid Rajasthan elections. Of course, Mirabai was a Rajput princess, and then she went on to be a saint. Mara Shakil is now joining us live on the phone line. So Mara, what do these visuals really mean? The Prime Minister opening the Mirabai birth anniversary celebrations. What is this outreach all about?
Yes, so the Braj Raj Mahotsav, when Prime Minister is here in Mathura, those are the visuals that have come in. It is of paramount importance because the timing becomes important, because it is 3 days after the Allahabad High Court directive for the advancement of Bake Bihari Temple corridor. Prime Minister visiting it can be seen as timed also with the Rajasthan elections, because the polling in the state of Rajasthan will end shortly, and now it becomes strategic in those point of view. And Vedant, having covered the BJP, seen that the Prime Minister in particular has not really, has redefined his idea of leadership vis-a-vis religion. So, be it traveling to, Mahakal temple in Ujjain, or traveling to other temple towns of India, there has been that visible push that has come from the BJP, and particularly Prime Minister Modi himself, in trying to redefine these spaces, religious spaces, which was so far associated with, worship, but it is also about spirituality. That's what we are seeing right now. Of course, this is about the Braj Raj Mahotsav, as we said, and Hema Malini, the renowned actor, is also a member of parliament from Mathura. She'll be delivering a presentation on the birth anniversary of Mirabai at this venue, which is situated next to the railway ground in Mathura. And you can see Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, present along with the Prime Minister through and through. The Chief Minister earlier today had visited prominent temples in Mathura and Vrindavan. And this has been organized by the UP Braj Tirath Vikas Parishad and also the Tourism Department of Uttar Pradesh government, because and it's a almost like a week-long celebration or more, perhaps, in fact 10 days long celebration, Vedant, which is about celebrating Mirabai's 525th birth anniversary. And the particular program of Hema Malini becomes important because this will be about the big cultural extravaganza as well. The timing, as I said, becomes important because the Allahabad High Court has issued a directive for the advancement of the Bake Bihari Temple corridor. All eyes certainly are on today whether the Prime Minister will be declaring the initial budget for this corridor, including land acquisition, which is yet to be done by the state government. And historically speaking, Vedant, it becomes important because this is about the Shri Krishna Janmabhoomi, and there are pending cases related to Janmabhoomi and Shahi Eidgah Mosque at the High Court. That is the reason why this entire intrigue which is there around Prime Minister's visit becomes important. But politically speaking also, it is timed also with, of course, 525th anniversary of Mirabai, but birth anniversary of Mirabai. But it also becomes important because of the elections which will happen in Rajasthan in just in the next 48 to 72 hours, when the state of Rajasthan, all its 200 seats will be polling on 25th.
Right, Maria, as you said, there is a lot of intrigue around Krishna Janmabhoomi because last day we, of course, saw that case in the High Court as well playing out. But also politically, while you said that, of course, it's interesting that it comes amid, elections in Rajasthan day after tomorrow. Of course, Mirabai was a Rajput princess from Mewar. But also looking at it from the prism of the BJP's outreach to women, because in his Man Ki Baat recently, the Prime Minister was talking about how Mirabai is an inspiration for women as well. So in that context as well, it's quite interesting.
Yes, absolutely. Because, Mirabai was known for her devotion to Lord Krishna. And the cultural programs that have been organized here, it is also about beginning of the year-long programs which will be all held in the memory of Mirabai. She composed many hymns and verses which are popular even today, Vedant. But I think the messaging here, of course, as you said, it's about that woman factor as well, which is at play here. Because the Prime Minister wants to send that message that when it is about celebrating women and their contribution, the saints, women saints and otherwise, India believes certainly that it's about taking their faith and taking their contributions ahead.
And, also looking at it in the run-up to 2024, Maria, the discourse around, the Ram Janmabhoomi, the discourse around Krishna Janmabhoomi, do you see these aspects dominating, the political narrative going into 2024 as well? Because these visits are, more than just the optics. It sends out a very strong message when, the Home Minister or the Prime Minister visit, these sites of religious importance. So do you think this is one narrative that's going to dominate political discourse going into 2024 as well?
Yes, certainly. Look, Vedant, on 22nd of January 2024, that's in 2 months from now, the inauguration of Ram Temple Phase 1 will happen. And, only yesterday the BJP's, banner on the official Twitter handle was changed with images of Prime Minister Modi and Yogi Adityanath being prominently displayed on that. And the date being highlighted there, which is of course 22nd. It's the Prime Minister and the party president, Mr. Nadda. So I think this is about celebrating Lord Ram. And Vedant, the BJP in its manifesto ever since its inception in 1980 had been talking about 3 ideas. One was about the construction of Ram Temple in Ayodhya, because the party in fact catapulted to national imagination only after the famous Rath Yatra, which was carried out by patriarch of the party, L.K. Advani. Then the other focus has been about Article 370, abrogation of Article 370, and then the Uniform Civil Code. Of these 3, 2 have been achieved. When will the Uniform Civil Code come? Well, the BJP gives an indication that has to be decided by some states first, and then perhaps Central will be taking it up at a later stage. But talking about it politically, yes, because I was in Ujjain before the Madhya Pradesh polls, which was held on 17th. I did get that sense that, when these religious corridors are constructed, it does generate a lot of employment opportunities as well. So several women, youth have started putting out stalls outside the corridor, and that has become a source of livelihood. Several B&Bs have opened up, several restaurants have opened up in Ujjain, all courtesy to tackle the footfalls, which has increased manifold in the last few months ever since the corridor's first phase was inaugurated. So this is what the BJP has been highlighting. This is about spiritual connect as much as it is about employment generation. That when you make various temple towns infrastructurally supreme, then it actually leads to overall growth of the town, and also about the overall push that comes at multiple levels, including job opportunities. And I did meet a number of people, Vedant, who did say that they were working as daily wagers, and now they are running their own business. So the entire approach towards life has changed post the Mahakal corridor. So similarly, what we are seeing here is that the Prime Minister could very well announce the first phase of Baki Bihari temple corridor, which would mean land acquisition and some amount which will be needed for all the processes to begin. But I think the timing becomes important, the day becomes important, and above all, because, it is signed with Allahabad High Court approval for constructing the corridor. It becomes particularly important because all the path has now been cleared for resolving encroachments. And if you visit even Varanasi, the Varanasi temple that we are used to seeing, and now the entire transformation of the city is visible now, Vedant. In the last few years, how Varanasi as a temple town again has transformed. Its hearts are much clearer. So I think the overall messaging here is yes about spirituality, yes it's about Hindutva, religious nationalism as well. But I think it's also about sending a message that it's not just about visits which are high on symbolism. It is also about sending a message that what it does to overall social milieu of that city when a project of this nature is undertaken.